Welcome, welcome. I am Farah, founder of the Babe Cave, which is where you're at right now. And I'm a holistic nutrition for weight loss coach, helping moms rediscover their inner babe. And I'm sorry I didn't come on last week. We went to Disneyland for our January birthdays. We have 2 January birthdays, and I had a live all set up to do at Disneyland, because you know me, I'll do a live at Disneyland. It doesn't matter. I've done the challenge at Disneyland. But we just got carried away, and I was just trying to enjoy the moment, and it was a good day. Anywho, I am here today for you. Have you missed you? And we are talking about how to get unstuck when the scale won't budge, even if you're doing all the right things. Like, this is what we call plateauing. If you had this happen to you, I've had some moms that we had to work through this sort of thing. It happens, and it's not your fault, and we're going to talk about that. But if you're doing all the things and the scale hasn't moved in weeks or maybe even months, then this live is for you, okay? And before you blame yourself, let me say this clearly, slowly. Plateaus are not a motivation problem. They are not a discipline problem. They are your body adapting. They are your body adapting to what you've been doing all this time. Your body is way smarter than you think, and smart bodies do what? They adjust. That's why we have bacteria that sometimes form that are antibiotic resistant. Have you heard of those before? That's scary stuff, right? Or if you're taking some sort of medicine and for some reason it starts to not work as well. If you've been on antidepressants before, you know this, or anti-anxiety medication, you know this, because at some point in time, either they have to up your dose or they have to completely change it to a different type of medication because it just isn't working anymore, or they have to add another medication on top of it to help you get the same effects that you were getting before. The body adapts. It's smart. It's so smart, and it's so beautiful, and it's so amazing, and that's why I love my job and I love this. It's just so interesting to me. I'm sorry, I geek out over this, and I hope that sometimes it's not too much for you. But I always want you guys to understand why your body is doing the things that it's doing, so it doesn't seem like it's just you're not. So you don't feel hopeless, and you don't feel like it's your fault, because it's not. Our bodies are fighting against it, like for real, okay? So our bodies are super smart, and our bodies always adapt to what you do repeatedly. That includes how you work out. If you've been working out and doing the same exercise for a really long time, like I was teaching 3 classes of Zumba and still came back pre-diabetic. Okay, that is what I'm talking about, right? Your body adapts. It was like, oh, Zumba, this is nothing. This is my everyday life. I have a friend who is an avid runner, does marathons, and still is overweight. Okay, her body has gotten used to it. She has to change it up. So it's your body. It gets used to how you work out. It gets used to what you eat. I cannot speak today. It gets used to when you eat too. So if you've been eating at the same times and training at the same way, and your body just learns it. It's that smart. And once your body feels safe and efficient, fat loss can slow, or it just kind of depends on how things are going. It can really slow down, or if it's been in a state where it has been stressed out for a really long time and then it feels safe again, then it can start losing. So it just depends on where you're coming from, okay? So if your body's felt safe for too long, it needs something to shake it up a little bit. So it's not failure. This is biology. It is biology, and it's so amazing. And so lots of times what happens when this happens for moms, they tend to do 1 of 3 things. Either they start eating less, or if they're intermittent fasting, they'll fast longer, so that's again eating less, or they'll push harder during their workouts. But that actually teaches your body to conserve, not release fat. It thinks, oh my gosh, there must be a famine going on out there because she is like burning all of these calories. I better do something about this, right? So it's going to start conserving fat. And it's like, oh my goodness, what are you doing, body? I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. So here's the part that people miss. If your body expects food at the same time every day, it adjusts hormone output, so your insulin and all the other hormones, it adjusts that. Like your ghrelin and everything. Your hunger cues get adjusted, and fat storage around that pattern is what happens. And we don't want that. So when nothing changes, when we're not changing, nothing changes. Remember Albert Einstein, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Let's not be insane, okay? That's what I'm here for. I'm going to help you. So the solution is rotating when you eat so that the body doesn't get too comfortable. So sometimes that means if you're in an intermittent faster, that means not always skipping breakfast. That's something that I've been doing lately, is I've been actually eating breakfast. I'm not a breakfast eater. I've been intermittent fasting for years, but I have plateaued, and so that's why we're talking about this today. So not always skipping breakfast, not always eating dinner. That might be a good idea, a good way to switch it up. Not letting your body predict you for too long. And it just, you will know when it happens, okay? You're just, nothing is changing at all. The goal is metabolic flexibility, not punishment, right? We're not going to starve ourselves. That's not cool. Nothing's going to happen if you're starving yourself. And no, this is not random. It's strategic and it's intentional, and it's designed for mom hormones and real mom life. So this is why women plateau, especially on intermittent fasting, and when they do it the same way for too long, which is where I'm at right now. So, if you're stuck right now, I want you to hear this. You didn't mess up. Your metabolism isn't broken. It's okay. We can get you unbroken if that's what you think you are. You didn't lose your discipline. Your body just adapted to what you taught it. And the solution isn't doing more, it's doing different. So, plateaus are feedback, not failure. Honestly, I feel like there shouldn't be, I hate the four-letter word diet, and I kind of hate the word failure, because failure it makes it just sound like it's such of a negative thing. Failure isn't such a bad thing. We're learning something from it, right? It's kind of a good thing. It might hurt a little bit, but man, we're learning something, right? So, plateaus are feedback, not failure. They're your body saying, hey, I've learned this pattern. Give me something new, right? And that's exactly what I do inside the Baby Builder program. We teach moms how to work with our body instead of fighting against it all the time. So if you're stuck, frustrated, or doing everything right with no results, drop unstuck in the comments and we will get you unstuck, okay? I love you, Mom. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. See you next time.